What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On the channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. But if you guys haven't already checked it out, if you're not looking at the banner, the Arizona Cardinals are continuing to add pieces in their free agent class, signing inside linebacker Akeem Davis Gaither, a former Cincinnati Bengal. And I know you're probably looking at, this graphic and saying, oh, that's not the Cincinnati Bengal I wanted to get. I wanted Trey Hendrickson, right? Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the Trey Hendrickson thing is still a possibility, but honestly, right now with the Josh Sweat acquisition from the Cardinals, it maybe seem a little bit less of a realistic thing, at least for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, can they still give up a third round pick, a second round pick if the Cardinals really truly wanted to do it? Yes, they could, but the price tag that's coming along with a Trey Hendrickson, especially when you're making a big swing splash move like, Josh Sweat, it seems a little bit less realistic, right? But talking about Akeem Davis Gaither, Cincinnati, played for the Bengals. He was a fourth round pick, chosen at the 107th overall pick in the 2020 draft. In this latest year, he had 41 solo tackles, one forced fumble, and an interception. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know too much about this individual, but I am taking a look here in terms of the games played that he has so far. And it looks like it's a guy that, has played a lot of games, right? 17 games in 2024, 13 games in 2023, 16 games in 2022, 9 games in 2021, and then in 2020 he played 16 games. So we're probably talking about a guy that is maybe looking for more of an opportunity more than anything. And I know a lot of people that are looking at this move are saying things to themselves like, hey, maybe Kazir White most likely will not come back. Well, I mean, we've been talking about this for quite some time, right? When Kazir White posted that cryptic post on Instagram about, thanks for everything, Arizona, that's pretty much indicating that he was going to test the free agent market. I don't know. I just kind of feel like the Arizona Cardinals organization and Kazir White probably didn't see eye to eye on his value. And on top of that, Kazir White ended up signing with a new sports agency. So that usually is, a sign that he's probably not going to come back to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, here's a big question, right? Is Akeem Davis Gaither probably going to be our, top or starting inside linebacker? I don't know. It's kind of tough to say, right? It's kind of early to say right now for Akeem, being the fact that we don't really know too much about him right now. I don't really watch a lot of Bengals games myself, so it's really hard for me to really get a good grasp of who this individual is. But this is what the contract was for Akeem Davis Gaither. Per Ian Rappaport is coming out saying that the Cardinals are signing linebacker Akeem Davis Gaither to a 2-year deal worth $11 million to the Cardinals. So that equates to, what, $5.5 million a year. Not bad, but this kind of seems to be the trend what the Cardinals are doing, right? We're talking about 1-year, 2-year deals. The Josh Sweat thing, a 4-year deal, that's probably going to be the anomaly this year, unless something else drastically happens. But that might be the anomaly, right? The guy that we want to kind of make sure he is on this roster for years to come, right? But that is the one big splash move I think a lot of Cardinal fans have been waiting for. So let's continue to talk about Akeem Davis Gaither. Now, real quick, like I said, don't really know too much about him, but I want to give a huge shout out here to one of my followers here on X/Twitter, and I also follow him as well. Make sure you give him a follow. It is AZJace. Good guy. We're most likely going to have him on a stream, but he ended up getting in contact with this individual that covers the Cincinnati Bengals, and he ended up asking him, hey, what is going to be the give us some insight on this guy, right? Because we don't know too much about him. And obviously shout out to @Joe Goodberry. He ended up responding and he said, I sure can. Akeem Davis Gaither is an athletic hybrid linebacker. He is often an edge rusher in college that can be a special team staple. Good athlete that has gained size, strength over his 5 years as a pro. Fluid mover despite not being great in coverage. Plays a bit finesse versus the run and can miss tackles. We thought he might take a step each time he got a chance to start, but never really did. Still, he made some splash plays and was a solid mid-round pick at the end of the Bengals run. Nothing bad to say about ADG. We liked him. So overall, I mean, nothing to kind of write home about. And obviously what I mean by that, it's not something where I don't think we got a bona fide starter for years, right? Obviously, it's a 2-year deal, right? It's a 2-year deal. Maybe we're looking for a depth piece more than anything, but it does give the Cardinals more of a flexibility, especially when you are signing a big guy like Josh Sweat to be your edge player. Now, I don't want to look too far ahead because we still have the rest of free agency, day 2 and day 3, and obviously whoever remains free agents for the Cardinals to potentially choose from. But it does give the ability for the Cardinals to maybe choose their inside linebacker in the draft, right? Or heck, maybe we do bring Zaven Collins back into the inside. Maybe that is going to be something that the Cardinals are going to choose to do, right? Because it gives us a little bit more flexibility. I don't know if Akeem Davis Gaither is really going to be a guy that is going to be starting that inside linebacking role all 17 games for the Cardinals in 2025. And if he does, I'm wrong. I'm completely okay with it. I'm completely wrong with taking the L on that one. But overall, I think he's a pretty solid pickup, right? I'm looking at a few different highlights here and there, but they're very, very minimal highlights. When you're ever looking through highlights or tape, there's not really much tape on him. So we got to take with what we know, right? The information that we're given, especially the guys that actually cover this team, like at Joe Goodberry, provided us a lot of good information here. Can miss some tackles, really good athlete, but overall, mainly going to be a special team guy. But maybe he's just looking for an opportunity, right? Maybe they're just looking for an opportunity, and the Cardinals are definitely going to give him that opportunity. Definitely signing him on a 2-year deal, $11 million to the Cardinals. Like I said before, he was a 4th-round pick in 2020, so bottom line, 27 years old, 6'2", 228 pounds. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, as of right now, there has not been a lot of updates pertaining to, where the Arizona Cardinals are at with their contract or their cap space right now. I think the Cardinals have upwards of probably maybe low 40s at this very moment. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm still waiting for over the cap to go ahead and make sure that the Baron Browning, the Evan Brown, Josh Sweat, and now Akeem Davis contract has been finally established. So if I'm going to guess, I'm probably going to say low 40s, maybe even high 30s, if I'm going to just give a quick guess out there. But as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, the free agency poll is still up and rolling. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Akeem Davis Gaither. If you are a Cincinnati Bengals fan and you click on this video, let me know what you think of him. Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.